Hi drummers, hope you're well. This is how to play the drum intro to Breed by Nirvana. Shout out to channel member Neil who asked about this one. And so on. So yeah, like I say, shout out to channel member Neil. He said, can you do a video about the big roll at the start of Breed by Nirvana? Yeah, of course. Here you go, man. I don't know what to tell you. It's a dirty, big, single-stroke roll. I mean, what else is there to say, man? It goes right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. A whole ton of times. It might go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right if you're left-handed. It's sort of, well, it is 6 bars long. So the guitar riff goes around 8 times. And the drums come in kind of unusually, I guess, slightly unusually. Anyway, after 2 of those, so you've got like the 3rd and the 4th one, and then you've got 4 more bars of build-up. It's a single-stroke roll. If you wanted to think of a note value here, they're 16ths, as in 1 E-ender, 2 E-ender, 3 E-ender, 4 E-ender. The bass drum, to my ears, is playing on a quarter note. So we should say, played by Dave Grohl, obviously. He's going 1 E-ender, 2 E-ender, 3 E-ender, 4 E-ender. And in classic Dave Grohl style, it sounds to me like there's a little bit of an accent with his right hand like on the beat. So 1 E-ender, 2 E-ender, 3 E-ender, 4 E-ender. As it builds up in volume, which it does, not like hugely, not like a massive dynamic change, but it does feel like it gets stronger as it goes along. It starts off fairly loud. It's easy to think of this as like, or maybe I'd remembered it as like it starts real quiet and it builds up like crazy. But actually, I mean, it builds up like crazy, but it starts at a fairly loud volume in the first place. I would say in the last couple of bars, it almost, especially on the live versions, it kind of flattens out. So he's basically going machine gun fire, like every note is an accent at the end. So anyway, you've got da 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 da. Now us. So that is it, man. What you need up your sleeve, ready to go, obviously, is a big, meaty, juicy, single-stroke roll that you can play fast enough. It's at 158 beats per minute when you're counting them as 16th notes. So as your click goes, but, you play. So some things to say about this one is, I guess it'll take some time. I always say this, don't I? But it depends where you're at with your drumming, right? If you've just started playing the drums, and often people have when they ask about songs like this will take some time to get up to speed. If you've been playing for a while, cool. The thing that will get you there is just playing this rudiment, this simple drum rudiment, this first drum rudiment on any list, and the original classic, and the drum rudiment that, well, I don't know, in my experience, I use way more than any other, have used way more than any other throughout my entire drumming career. The single stroke roll, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. It's about daily repetition of that on your drum kit, but also like Dave Grohl and Dennis Chambers, Buddy Rich, all of our heroes, on pillows, on cushions, on any surface you can get your hands on your shoe, in midair, turn your sticks around, do it on the underside of your arm, on your windowsill. You're just never off duty. I think people are wildly confused about this. Often this idea of talent come in and people say, oh, this drummer must be so talented to play at that speed. No, mate, he did it or she did it over and over and over again until their hands fell off and then they gaffer tape them back on and they played a bit more. You just, like Dave Grohl always says, you just got to play and you got to play and you got to play and you got to play. Nobody gets to just play this at full speed. You just build up to that point, man. From starting to play the drums, I reckon you could get to this point potentially in not that long, a few months, I guess, if you really, really built it. Some things that help me when I'm thinking about this. Some things that help me are the idea of not gripping the stick too tight. So when you pick your stick up in the first place, give it a pinch between your finger and your thumb. I always think of it as the top crease in your finger there and your thumb. Nice and light here at your fulcrum. I always say to, especially to young people I'm teaching the drums to at first, like imagine you're doing that thing we all did with our pen or pencil at school where it looks like it's going all bendy. So that, not too tight at all, like nice and loose there. Stick goes through the crease in the back of your hand, fingers wrap around, not too tight. again, imagine you had a little bird in your hand. You wouldn't want to squeeze too tight and hurt it, of course. A little bird with its wings folded up, right? But too loose, it would wriggle out and fly off. When you move your hand up and down, you feel that little bit of movement. And then when you're playing your role, I always think of it as like bounce. And the great Jim Chapin said this, didn't he? It's like bouncing a ball, right? You throw the tip of your stick down and it bounces back up. The up basically takes care of itself. Just that feeling of, an amazing George Double wrote this in his book, when you, at the start, you're throwing down with the sort of feeling it would take to bounce a tennis ball on a hard floor and back to your hand again, that kind of feeling. So that throwing it down. In this case, like I say, it's got a little accent, so you can give the stick a little whip through on the beat as you play 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a, which drummers often label as a molar style whip, or the molar technique, call it what you like, man. Just giving it an accent on the beat, with I think of it as like a whipping or throwing motion there, to accent on the beat. And you're going to build it from there. One of my favorite ways to build up any physical skill on the drums, but this is a classic example, is to go slow to fast to slow. So as the name suggests, you start slow. Start to get faster. And what you're looking for here, as far as I'm concerned, is that beautiful improvement zone, right? The Goldilocks zone, that zone where you can just about still do it, but it's like a little bit of a stretch. Do you know what I mean? And like there's that sense of like, okay, the tension level has gone up a little bit and you're still playing it. Somebody would still look at it and say, yeah, that dude's playing a single stroke roll. But it's like there's that sense of being challenged, like you're just holding on, right? That's the zone. That's the improvement zone. As far as I'm concerned, that's how you get good and you get fast at stuff like this, is you live in that zone. And as you, of course, the principle this is based on is that the speed at which you're in that zone, the tempo at which you're in that zone will of course increase as you repeat and as you get over and over again repeatedly into that zone. So it's consistent effort over time in the improvement zone, assuming that your grip on the stick is good and you're not crushing it, and assuming that you're getting some rebound off the drum, all those things. Other than that, it's just repetition, man. Repetition in that improvement zone. That's the magic. That's what does it, man. So and that does take time. I can't say that enough times, because people evidently, I've seen this in the lessons that I teach over the years, people are confused about this, and people very, very, very often, in my experience, have an unrealistic expectation, and I did as well. Let's face it, when I started, an unrealistic expectation of how quickly things like this will come together. But then again, people actually wildly underestimate, I think, what's possible when you're consistent and you just keep doing it, man, over time. And if you flipping love this thing, just do it. Just keep going every day. Play and play and play. Watch it build. All the usual cliches. Fall in love with the process. Commit to the idea of building up your physical skill, and something beautiful will grow, man. It will, if you let it. If you just let it. Everyone crushes it. Everyone just gets in their own way so much, man. Just let it build. So what? You can't play at full speed straight away. Do it tomorrow. Do it the day after. Build it. It will come if you let it. People just stop. People give up. They say, "Oh, I knew I didn't have the talent for this." It's nonsense, man. Just repeat. You'll build it. Believe in yourself. Like, you can flipping do it. I've seen it 100,000 times. People not doing it, but I've seen it several hundred thousands of times. People are doing it and building it and getting to that point. Go for it. Keep going, for goodness sake. So that's the big thing for me. Slow to fast to slow, and you'll get to that lovely point. Man, brilliant. Let's just run it one time again, or a few times in fact. So da 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 da. Like I'm saying, as he gets to the last couple of bars, they reckon that even the not accented notes to become accented notes at the end. So da 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 da. Once the groove kicks in, I'll do a full playthrough of this song a different time. Once the groove kicks in, you've got 1, So a quarter note feel on the hi-hat, snare drum on 2 and 4, and the bass drum following the guitars, bum 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 ba, bum 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 ba. But that's not what this video is about. It's about that big roll at the start. Can't repeat it enough times. If you're quite near the start of playing the drums, it will take time to build up, but you can do it if you repeat and you repeat and you play and you fall in love with this thing and you say, all right, I'm going to flipping well build this up. I'm not going to say that I'm not talented. I'm not going to say I can't do it. I'm just going to commit to it and say, right, I will get to this point of playing this. I think this is one of those drum fills that people often, when they start playing the drums, really think, oh, like, I'd love to do that. And I hear that a lot. I've heard that a lot over the years, man. So go for it. It's what an amazing tune. And I always feel that's a really underrated song on, like, Nevermind, man. It seems like people don't talk about that song enough. Obviously, all the other songs are great, but just I absolutely love that. What a drum moment as well. One last time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Da 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 da. And then one more. 2, 3, 4. So remember, you're playing 6 bars of it, right? 1 E-ander, 2 E-ander, 3 E-ander, 4 E-ander is 1 bar. You play 6. So it's da 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 da. 1, 2, 3, 4. So like I say, shout out to Neil. Hope that makes a bit of sense. There's not a huge amount else to say about it, really. That is it. It's right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Played 16 times, played 6 times with a bass drum on the beat. Build it, build it, build it. You can do it. And what an amazing thing to have up your sleeve for any drummer, I reckon. Thanks for watching as always. Really appreciate it. Shout out to Neil and everyone who watches this channel and comments lovely comments and gives it a like and a subscribe. I appreciate it so much. Thanks to all the amazing channel members like Neil who are supporting this channel and helping it grow. Man, you've changed my life and the way I work with doing that. So thank you so much. I can never tell you how much that means to me and how much I appreciate it. If you've found these videos useful, helpful, feel positive about them in some way, and you are in a position to and would like to, please consider supporting this channel by becoming a member for £10 a month. You're supporting this channel and helping it grow, and you get a load of stuff in return, including a customized, personalized practice plan, ongoing drum support. You can message me your questions, send me your practice videos. I'll give you feedback as you go, working on that practice plan together. A whole load of other stuff, members videos, notation and practice along versions of the tutorial videos I put up, like I do that for this one. A whole load of other things as well. Complimentary Zoom or face-to-face session, access to future Zoom or face-to-face sessions if you want them, and a whole load of other stuff as well. And like I say, you'll be helping this channel and supporting it, becoming an integral part of it and helping it to grow. So I massively appreciate that, as well as all the lovely people who just buy me a coffee. Both of these things are via my Buy Me a Coffee support page, which I'll link to in the video description and in a pinned comment below. So please check that out if that's of interest. But if, like I say, I massively appreciate everybody who watches this, supports this channel, and people come up to me and say, oh, watch those videos. I watched a video about flipping Valerie. I watched the video about Beat It. I watched a video about YYZ, and it's mind blowing. So thanks so much for being part of this channel, whether you're a channel member, a coffee buyer, but just a viewer, a subscriber. I can't tell you again how much I appreciate every single one of you. Thanks so much for watching. See you soon. Cheers.